Hello, my name is Patterson Schmidt. I'd like to thank the Founding Fathers for this opportunity to speak. If it wasn't for them, we would have no freedom. Here we go again, another knee-jerk reaction where this body as a whole, the red shirts, and an organization that had to change its name due to all the agents of the organization being charged with raping, child molestation, and other sexual deviancy, all paid for by big money, Bloomberg and Soros. Are we really going to believe them? All of our founders believed with every ounce of their body that we have unalienable natural rights given to us by our Creator for just existing, not from government, therefore cannot be granted nor taken away by government. Those are outlined in the Bill of Rights. Why would government want to usurp the natural rights of the people? Power, money, and control. Only those three. To serve a mental derangement syndrome in which these people seek out positions of power and attempt to get more power, more money, and more control over the people. These people are so narcissistic, they believe that they should have all the power because others cannot govern themselves. A big problem is the people have been brainwashed to believe this. Brainwashed to believe that they cannot govern themselves and cannot dictate their own lives and live their own way. This state is one of the most corrupt states in the nation. The politics are full of crooks, mob wannabes, and mentally insane, and no doubt major other crimes. One of the highest taxed, yet we have the worst roads, we have the worst education, and I can go on. The crux is the masses are so brainwashed, they would stop at nothing. A few that were in this body pulled a Gestapo trick on me a couple years ago, having me fired from my job because I spoke out and you didn't like the message. However, I would like to thank you for that because I now make a lot more money and a job that I like better. So instead of violating the natural rights as our Second Amendment, why doesn't this body look at real problems? The real problems, we have mental illness. The mental illness in this country is still majorly stigmatized. So nobody gets help before it's too late. So why would we punish the law-abiding people to do that? Instead of trying to take away our firearms, why don't you look at how to protect schools, fortify schools? If you don't need to be there, you don't need to be there. So why would we take the carry rights away from parents that are dropping their kids off, going to work? They can't protect themselves anymore. Why don't we invest money instead of wasting money on baloney, actually use that to not only fix our infrastructure, but fix our schools, make them impenetrable instead of wasting money? Also, a big problem is this state has an uncanny ability to release some of the most violent criminals back into society. We have this as the parole system and the plea deals. Some of you sitting in this very room constantly plea deal gun crimes away to misdemeanors or just drop them altogether. Why are we doing that? If a gang member is committing crime with a firearm, why are we plea dealing? If a violent criminal is in prison, why do we give them time for good behavior? Why do we have a parole system? If they are so dangerous that they cannot have a firearm, why are we releasing them back into society? Just so you guys can come back later and say, oh, no, you got to remove rights because there are dangerous people in society. I don't buy that. So why don't you focus on getting people mental help, fortifying schools? Get rid of plea dealing and keep prisoners in prison. I will close with this warning. Your duty is to the U.S. Constitution, number one, then to the Rhode Island Constitution, number two, if it does not conflict with number one. And then only then is your duty to your constituents if they do not conflict with the first two. As a Norse pagan and a true American, I will gladly die for the Constitution. I know that the Valkyries will carry me up to Valhalla if I give my life to protect what is natural. Thank you.